Bracketology, presented by Dave Campbell's Texas Football, breaking down the 2021 UIL Texas High School Football Playoff Brackets. I'm Greg Tepper, and this is 2A Division 1, says up there. You can find these brackets at texasfootball.com/playoffs. And look, I think you got to take the 2A Division 1 bracket and divide it right down the middle. Over here, we feel like we got a pretty good idea of who the favorites are over here. Over here? No idea. Let's start over here on this side with Region 1. Region 1 is where we start the fireworks factory because, guys, there's no way to sort these things out, okay? Here's, like, all of these teams, I think, have a legit chance of winning the region, right? Panhandle has looked very good. Offense is starting to hum. Cisco, for a long time, looked like the team to beat in Region 1 until they got beat by Coleman, who's down here. I think Farwell is a team to keep an eye on, a dangerous team out of West Texas. Same thing with Hawley. That defense has been absolutely remarkably good all season long. Just ask Forsan, who they beat in the regional final, who I still think has a chance to make it. There are people who think that New Deal's the best team in Region 1. This whole region is full of absolute contenders everywhere you look, and that's what's going to make these, especially these second-round matchups, like Panhandle Cisco, right? Like New Deal Forsan, right? Like Hawley and Sundown. Assuming it goes chalk, which there's no guarantee of that. Maybe a team like Coleman and Farwell. That's going to make all these second-round matchups really fun. We have no idea how Region 1 is going to shake out, and that's what makes it very, very exciting. Let's go to Region 2 now. Region 2, we maybe have close to a favorite in Crawford. Well, Crawford and the Pirates have done this year defensively is rather remarkable. They run the ball well. They play old school, hard-nosed defense. And they're going to be the team to beat, but they're going to have to make it out of a very difficult Region 2, especially with a team like Italy kind of looming there. Top half of the bracket, Lindsay is a team that we've been particularly high on, but that's if quarterback Colt Shuckers is healthy. If he's not, then they can be beat by pretty much anybody, including Alba Golden in the first round of the playoffs. Marlin has high of a ceiling as any team in the state. Keep an eye on the Bulldogs. They've got a lot of playmakers. Cupper is a team to keep an eye on. Same with Toller. Region 2, even though we have close to a favorite here, it's by no means a foregone conclusion because there's enough, let's say, potential potholes here for the Pirates to get out of Region 2. Move over to Region 3. Over to Region 3, this is where we start talking about where we feel like we have a favorite. Right here with Timpson, right there. The Bears, you know, if you think back to last year, we were wondering who was going to be the team that emerged out of what felt like a wide open Region 3. It ended up being Timpson, right? Now, we don't have that question. We know who should emerge out of there. Timpson has looked like one of the very best teams in the state. They look like a team that can play for and win a state championship. Now, that said, they're going to have to get past very tough Beckville team. Beckville, off their first undefeated season in program history, they certainly would love a shot at the Bears. I think a Centerville team is very dangerous. Garrison and Hawkins is a great first-round matchup. Keep an eye on that one. Holland, very solid as well. Price Carlisle, I'm interested in as well. This whole region feels like we're all waiting to see what happens with Timpson. I think they've got to be the favorite to get out of Region 3. But at the same time, I think that Beckville and a couple of other teams, most notably like Centerville, would love an opportunity to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, the Region 4, and this is the power nexus of Division 1, 2A Division 1. This is where the best teams, in my opinion, in the state, the two best teams, most notably Shiner up here, Refugio up here. You may notice that based on the positioning where they would meet, which would be right here in a regional final. They did it last year, fantastic matchup. Did it the year before, it's a fantastic matchup. There's no reason to think that we are not going to get that. Now, there's some other good teams out there. Mason, okay? Maybe you forgot about the Punchers, but they are back doing their thing, defense and running game. They're a team to keep an eye on. I think La Villa out of South Texas is a team to keep an eye on. Ganado, another dangerous squad as well. Keep an eye on Johnson City, a team that I think is starting to their ascent and maybe a year away, but Johnson City is doing big things. Overall, look, it does feel like we're waiting for Shiner and Refugio. Mason may have something to say about that as the third best team in that region, but make no mistake, Shiner and Refugio look like the class of Region 4, which brings us to the whole board again. And so, look, it feels like we're getting Timpson versus Shiner/Refugio here, right, in this side. This side, who knows? Maybe if you want to put Crawford here, you can, but there's enough potholes here that feels like by no means a sure thing. And up here, absolute chaos in Region 1. That's what's going to make 2A Division 1 so much fun, is that even though you're going to have some clear favorites on one side of the bracket, the other side feels like it could go any which way. No matter what happens, we'll have you covered at texasfootball.com.
Thanks so much for watching that video. If you would like more and to be notified when they come out, go ahead and click that subscribe button right down there. You can also watch Texas Football Today every day live at noon on texasfootball.com, Facebook, Twitch, and right here on YouTube. For more of the best coverage of Texas football in the Lone Star State, go to texasfootball.com/subscribe.